Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Richie N, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, May 13th, 2016, around 6:30 in the morning, Boston, Massachusetts. It's going to be a mix of sun and clouds today, not very warm, highs in the mid-70s, some rain showers tonight. Some news to report: the Boston Red Sox crushed the Houston Astros by a score of 13-1 yesterday. Also, in the NBA playoffs, Western Conference semifinals, Game 6, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the San Antonio Spurs by the score of 113-99, and Thunder win the series 4-2 to advance to the Western Conference Finals to face off against the Golden State Warriors. This was a big upset. A lot of people were saying San Antonio Golden State showdown in the Western Conference Finals, but it's not meant to be. It was not meant to be this time. Tim Duncan looked like he's aging, kind of a shell of his former self, and Manuel Ginobili and Tony Parker looked like they're, aging in this series. Tough break for the Spurs. The Western Conference Finals of the NBA will be exclusively on TNT, with Marv Albert calling it, and hosted by Ernie Johnson and Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley. And in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Western Conference semifinals, Game 7 last night, the San Jose Sharks blanked the Nashville Predators by a score of 5-0. The Sharks won the series 4-3, and they face off against the St. Louis Blues in the Western Conference Finals. And it's happy Friday the 13th. Hope you have good luck today. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is the preview of the 2016 NHL Stanley Cup Conference Finals for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. The Eastern Conference Finals start tonight. All the games are going to be on NBCSN except one, and also in CBC and Rogers Sportsnet in Canada and TVA Sports for the French-Canadian viewers. And the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be the Pittsburgh Penguins, the number 2 seed in the Metropolitan Division, facing off against the number 2 seed in the Atlantic Division, the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Pittsburgh Penguins have home ice advantage in this one because they had more points than the Lightning, and this is the second time the Penguins are facing off against the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup playoffs in 2011. They faced off in Tampa Bay won, and this is going to be a very high-powered series, in my humble opinion. You got the Penguins with the offense with Phil Kessel and Yugelki Malkin and Sidney Crosby, and the goaltender is Matt Murray, who is actually playing pretty good the past couple of playoff series. The regular goaltender for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Marc-Andre Fleury, is recovering from a concussion, and I think this series has the potential to be a knockout, drag-out fight. In the Tampa Bay's doesn't have Steven Stamkos, but Ben Bishop is playing over his head in these playoffs, and also the Lightning have great offensive and defensive pieces. So I think this is going to be a 6 or 7 game series, but when it's all said and done, I think somehow the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to win this series and move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, it's the number 2 seed of the Central Division, the St. Louis Blues, facing off against the number 3 seed in the Pacific Division, the San Jose Sharks. This is the 4th meeting between, this is the 5th meeting between the Sharks and the Blues in the Stanley Cup playoffs. They met in 2000, 2001, 2004, and 2012. The Blues and the Sharks have split their 4 previous playoff series. Sharks won in 2000 and 2004, while the Blues won in 2001 and 2012. And St. Louis has home ice advantage in this one because they had more points than the San Jose Sharks. And this is going to be a series where could be one of these series that could go either way. St. Louis has questions in goaltending because they switch off with their goaltenders every so often in these playoffs. And the Sharks look like they're a team of destiny, in my humble opinion. Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau, Logan Couture, they really want to win the cup because they're not getting too many more chances left to win the cup. And these are not your daddy San Jose Sharks. It seems in past Stanley Cup playoffs, the Sharks were maybe favored to make the Stanley Cup finals, but they always would choke, especially Game 7s. But this year, they haven't choked at all. They played pretty impressive, and they had the best record on the road this year in the NHL, which is pretty good. And the fans in San Jose is going to be cheering. The Blues have not made a Stanley Cup final since 1970, and the San Jose Sharks have not made the Stanley Cup finals, period. And I think this series is going to come down to maybe goaltending, and San Jose has kind of the better solid goaltending than the Blues. So I'm thinking the San Jose Sharks win this in 6 games, and they will be going to their first Cup finals ever. Will be so happy if Joe Thornton could win a Stanley Cup. It's possible. It could happen. And that's about it on that. 2 more video blogs coming to you: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus today. The first video blog will be about a former ESPN show Up Close, which ran many years in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And the third and final video blog of the night, Personality Profile. Tonight's Personality Profile will be about former ECW valet Beulah McGillicuddy. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Brennan guy. Molly Roseblood of WCCOX and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hat's also stunning. She's the best. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swansea rocks. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11 in New York is a stunning lady, and she's a sharp dresser. And in the words of Dee Patel last week, no bus. See you later.